Hello, welcome to another interesting episode of the preview show. Sorry, before we get to start in my side, I'm just going to invite my guest and try to share the link on social media so we can get people join on the show. Just hang on for 5 minutes. Welcome, guys. Can you hear me? Godfrey, can you hear me? Welcome, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Godwin, I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
All right. I can hear you. I can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Godfrey. Can you hear me? Godfrey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can hear you. All right. Welcome to the show. I just finished sharing the link on social media, so that's what I just finished doing, and that's why I was a little bit delaying in getting the show on track. Okay, we just start now because we don't have much time before the Premier League kickoff. Arsenal versus Bournemouth, so let's just be fast before the kickoff time so people can get to watch the match. All right, welcome to another interesting episode of the preview show. Like you know, my guest is a regular, one of the regulars on the show, Mr. Abdul Shitu. Nice having you in on today's episode.
Thank you, Godwin.
Godswill Yoko of Brilla FM. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. All right. We just begin. Just like before we go to the main topic for today, which is on Finidi George appointment as head coach of the Super Eagles. Please, before we start, you can just subscribe to.
Godwin, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
It seems as if your comms. Hello?
Godswill, I can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
We can hear you, Gospel.
It seems as if you're from your own point it's breaking. I can't hear you.
No, maybe it's your
Are you,
network.
maybe it's
I
your
can hear him
network because
clearly. I can hear
okay,
him clearly.
your network,
Maybe
your
it's
network, bro.
maybe it's your network, Gospel.
All right.
Or
Just like I was
maybe
saying,
he can go out and come back again. He can log out and
yes,
log in again.
yes, you can just log out and come in again and send me the and come in with the link, and I'll just accept you again. All right. Before God will join us, Abdul, let's just kick off the show. I was before we go to our main topic, talking about the appointment of Finidi George as the head coach of the Super Eagles. We're just going to talk about Sancho at Manchester United and Dortmund. After the impressive performance for Dortmund against PSG in midweek, rumors were flying around social media that he won't be returning to Manchester United at the end of the season. So I want to ask you, Mr. Pitu, should Sancho return to Manchester United or stay with Dortmund? What do you think is best for him?
It depends on what's best for him and his team. They will sit down after the season and make that decision because most players sit down with their management, with their family, their agent, and as well people who are managing them apart from their agent to decide what's best for their future. But I think for me, my own opinion, I feel if Eric Ten Hag still remains as the manager of Manchester United, then there is no way Jadon Sancho will remain or will return rather to Manchester United. So but the best bet for him is to remain at Dortmund. That's where he has enjoyed his football. There are some players that are not cut out for that demanding nature of top sides. They can't take the pressure of playing for the Real Madrid, the Manchester United of this world. When they go to such teams, they tend to have issues or they tend not to be the player they used to be. So for Sancho right now, you can see Sancho, you can see Martin as well, who is a player from Chelsea as well in that Dortmund team. You can see the way they were playing against PSG. But when you bring back these players to play for Chelsea and play for Manchester United, you see that they cannot execute that kind of football they are playing in Dortmund. Maybe because the demand or the pressure is not being there at those football club side, or because those teams rather maybe if they lose their fans are not that brutal online, or they don't have that global fans that will go up on social media and everywhere to insult those players as well. Some of those players will go off social media. So for me, I feel since he's playing his best football at Dortmund, he should stick at Dortmund. But except if Ten Hag would leave at the end of the season. But if Ten Hag remains the manager of Manchester United, then I see no reason why he should come back to Manchester United.
Okay. Godfrey, can you hear me now? Godfrey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you, but it's breaking. But it's thick.
Okay. Okay. What I just asked Abdul, I said, do you think Sancho should return to Manchester United at the end of the season, or he should stay at Dortmund? What do you think is the best situation for him?
You said?
Do you think Sancho should return to Manchester United or remain at Dortmund come the end of the season? What do you think is the best decision for him to make? Jadon Sancho of Manchester United on loan at Dortmund. Can you hear me?
Godfrey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What about me? Can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Godfrey, it seems your network is which network is he using?
I
I
don't
guess
know.
maybe that network is bad in that location he is. So maybe if he has an alternative network, maybe he can switch to the alternative network. But it seems the network he's using. Because me, I can hear you clearly and you can hear me clearly as well. So definitely it has to be the network of the particular area he is
Yeah,
probably.
it has to be his network because last week he was my guest on last week. And we didn't have issue with network like this, so I don't know why he's having issue this week. And
Oh, okay.
okay,
You guys
let's
had
continue.
the program last week.
Yeah. We'll start today. We'll start
Oh,
today.
okay.
Yeah. So let's just continue. Okay, I'm moving on now. Let's talk about Finidi George. It's no longer news that he's now the head coach of the Super Eagles, though they didn't announce the contract terms or the salary range or whatever. But it has been announced in the NFF official website that Finidi George will be the head coach of the Super Eagles. So, what do you think about it, Abdul? Do you think Finidi George has got what it takes to take Super Eagles back to their glory days?
Yeah, for me, I feel the NFF right now are battling with financial issues, and it's clearly written, and that's why they are giving Finidi is their last option, their last card on the table that they are playing. Because for me, I know the NFF rather. If they were not having financial issue, then maybe Conceição, which is their favorite candidate. Okay, Gospel is back. Gospel, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Right.
So for Conceição, that is their preferred candidate. I guess maybe they don't have that $50,000 to be paying him monthly, and that's why they opted for a home-based coach. Because right now, this morning on the show back here, the president of the Nigerian Coaches Association, which is that's the coach of the under-20 national team, Coach Ladan Boso, was on a breakfast radio show where he said Finidi George will sign his contract today. That is in Abuja to sign his contract today with the NFF. But if he doesn't like what they give him on the table, that's the terms and condition of the contract, then he might decide to decline. But they will still talk about whether he will be the ones to bring his assistant or stuff like that. But according to what the NFF want to do as well, is something that wouldn't help Finidi as well, because you want him to work with Omokachi and work with Amunike, people who actually contested with him or who applied for the same job with him. So for me, I feel that's a very wrong move by the NFF. But for Finidi George, I guess they had no option. That's why they're giving him the job right now. I feel they have no option. That's why they're giving him the job. Or it's a bit of a tight corner for them. So I'd not be surprised that he might not even sign any contract. They will just allow him to coach maybe 1 or 2 matches. Then if he's not able to bring in results, then they might sack him. But nobody knows what is exactly happening. But right now, what it seems like is that the NFF is gambling with the ticket. But for every hire, it's a gambling. But you need to hire someone who has done the job before. someone who has experience in doing the job, someone who has played the qualifier. So for all you can say, Amunike, we can say Amunike. People will say his record is not that good enough, but he played the qualifiers.
Godfrey, can you hear me?
Can hear you now.
Okay, I think since Abdul's network is frozen. Okay, let me just stop to you. We were talking about the appointment of Finidi George as the head coach of the Super Eagles. So I'm going to ask you, though his contract terms were not stated, whether it is 2 years D, whether it is 3 years D, or the salary terms wasn't stated. So I just want to ask you, do you think this is the right choice for Super Eagles? Finidi George as head coach of Super Eagles. What do you think? Or do you think Amunike should have been a better option?
I'm not campaigning for Harmony. I'm not campaigning for Finidi. But can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah, so I'm not campaigning for Harmony. I'm not campaigning for Finidi. For me, I feel the NFF, since they say they are broke, they can't appoint, a quality coach or a grade B manager or a grade C, quality grade C manager. That means they are stuck with what they have. In the sense that if you are stuck with what you have, I feel you should have done better. AFCON, it took the NFF up to 2 months. Probably they are going to announce Angels, but not knowing that it was Finidi George.
Godfrey network is breaking as well.
Yeah, the network is kind of frozen.
Yes, he has the weakest CV among those who applied for the job compared to Emmanuel Aminike, compared to Consensal, compared to former Guardiola's assistant and all that. So if you look at it, I feel the job is too soon for Finidi. He hasn't built capacity yet enough to manage the Super Eagles. We saw what happened in Morocco, where a lot of rift, a lot of opera happened in the camp of the Super Eagles. So I feel he can still manage the Super Eagles, but I feel it came, early for him because probably people might argue that he has been with the Super Eagles for 20 months, 15 months, thereabout as the assistant coach. But I feel tactically, or in terms of managing the egos of the Super Eagles. I feel it's not yet there, to manage the Super Eagles. But all we can say, the announcement has been done. We just fold our hands. We don't want to be prophet of dreams, prophesying evil doom for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But we just hope that this announcement doesn't come back at us, to haunt us or to bite us, because it will be a disaster. Most especially us in the sporting
All right.
industry,
Thank you
where
very much, Godfrey. And your network got through, right? Or a call came in.
no. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I said it will be a disaster if Nigeria don't qualify for this World Cup.
All
So
right.
that's my last submission.
All right. Thank you very. I would like to moving on now from the Super Eagles. We'll go. I would like you guys to just give. Who do you think will make the? We've watched the semi. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you were breaking for a while, but I can hear you now.
Okay. Because it seems the network is kind of doing some kind of strange things here. All right.
Yeah.
Like I said, we watched the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League this past week. I just want to know, who do you think will make the final between the four teams that are currently playing the semi-finals? Abdul, who do you think will make the final?
Yeah,
Looking at
it's
what you've
difficult.
watched,
Yeah,
judging
it's
by what you've
difficult.
seen in the first leg.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell, but for Bayern Munich, we saw the seriousness with the coach Thomas Tuchel. He was at the touchline throughout for the whole 90 minutes. He didn't sit down at all. So that shows you how serious the game was for him. They went in the first few minutes of the game. They went behind Vinicius Junior goal. They came back in the second half, scored two quick goals, but a little mistake by Kim actually outdone them. They couldn't win that game. But these things do happen in football. We saw a lot of people criticizing him, but he was fantastic on the night. But those are just some of the mistakes that people make when you play against PC wingers, when you play against team that keeps on running. We've seen multiple defense make such mistakes against Real Madrid because of the PC wingers they have. Not even just Kim. We've seen that in a couple of seasons because these players have understand themselves. The Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior running, keep running. So when you're a defender, when you keep on running with them like that, there are times that you make some couple of mistakes and you get punished for it. So it's a 2-2 draw, no away goal rule, which is fair enough. So it's like it's an open game right now. Bayern Munich should go there. Don't play. You have nothing to lose. Just go there, play your football because it's still an open play. 2-2 draw. Anybody can win. But Real Madrid are the favorite at home, playing at home. But for Bayern Munich, they need to go out there without fear, play their football. And for their coach as well, we see the commitment who has beaten Real Madrid before. So it's not a new thing for him if he eliminates Real Madrid because he has done it before. But it will be an uphill task for him to actually eliminate Real Madrid. But in that game, it is a 60-40 pass, 60-40 chance for Real Madrid. Real Madrid has a 60% chance of progressing to the finals, 40% for Bayern Munich. But time will tell in that one. And for Bayern Munich, for Borussia Dortmund against Paris Saint Germain, uh, for PSG, we saw what they did to Barcelona Football Club, but they couldn't score, even though they had some chances. They hit the woodwork. They couldn't score against Paris. Paris Saint-Germain couldn't score against Borussia Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park. But a 1-0 win is still a slim victory, taking them to France. So in France right now, let's see what Luis Enrique, who is well experienced in this level of competition, because when he was at Barcelona, he was able to navigate through this tournament. And we saw what he did as well to Xavi Hernandez. Because for me, he outdone or outwitted Xavi Hernandez in that quarterfinal. So let's see what will happen in that game. Going back to Paris, uh, still it is a 50-50 chance. It is a 50-50 chance for Paris Saint-Germain and Borussia Dortmund. Any of them can make it to the final, but it depends on who plays better. But it is a 50-50 chance.
All right, thank you very much, Abdul. It's a 50-50 chance. Godswill, what do you think? You've watched the semi-finals of the Champions League, the first leg, per se. Who do you think have the edge going into the second leg? Who do you think will make the finals of the UEFA Champions League in Wembley?
You can't predict now because not, it has been nothing short of spectacle. It has been nothing short of explosive football from end to end from both parties. Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, and also Real Madrid and also Bayern Munich. So for this match, talking about Borussia Dortmund and um, Paris Saint-Germain. PSG, failed to, utilize their chances, and also, Luis Enrique kind of gambled in that encounter where he played Kylian Mbappe centrally instead of playing through the wings and getting in the top nine, and probably in person of Goncalo Ramos or Colomwani, to feature in that encounter. But I'm expecting PSG, to come with their A game. One moment of brilliance, might actually save the day, but you can never write off Edin Tazic's side, which showed resilience, who, they showed that mentality that they can go up against the big boys. They are one of the dark horses in this tournament. If you look at what they played against Paris Saint Germain, it tells you that they are hungry and they want to go to the Champions League final, even though they are languishing at the fifth position in the German Bundesliga. The season have not been fine for them for Borussia Dortmund, but they just want to take that bold step against the Paris Saint Germain side and kill the Giants. So you can never underrate them. And then, Jordan Sancho, Karim Adeyemi have been immense. Julian Brandt have been immense for this team. So for the Borussia Dortmund side, they were fantastic. For me, I still feel the match is open 50-50. Yeah, going back to Real Madrid Bayern Munich, I feel Bayern Munich will have the edge because I for Thomas Tuchel it makes it difficult for Carlo Ancelotti to beat him each time they face. There's always a master class at the touchline. You see them, the tactics which both teams deploy is very interesting, and both managers are sound technically and tactically. So you expect a very much entertaining game. Both teams have quality. Both teams have players who could pop up from nowhere. And you saw what Real Madrid did with Toni Kroos with that fantastic pass from nowhere, and created that chance. Giving that defense creating pass. So both teams can come up with anything. So I still believe it's still an open match, 50-50 match for both parties. Madrid are experienced in this competition, same as Borussia, Bayern Munich. Nobody gave Bayern Munich a chance, to play the 2-2 draw against Real Madrid. We couldn't go front foot with Real Madrid, knowing fully well that everybody were expecting Madrid to blow Bayern Munich off, because they are having a bad season. When I was telling people, I said this is a Champions League match. It comes with different vibe. It comes with a different atmosphere and all that. Both teams are experienced and both teams have history in this tournament. So you can never say Real Madrid are going to blow them off. So I still feel that both this match will end in a tactical way, and probably it might go in a way of the game of chance, like penalty shootout.
Okay, it might go in a game of chance penalty shootout. All right, moving on now. Please, if you are watching and you're not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please, I beg you to just do that. Hit the subscribe button and subscribe so you don't miss out on our content every week. We go live every week, giving you mouth-watering football content. All right, moving on to the next topic. Okay, before the show, I just read on Daily Mail that De Zerbi is the latest manager to reject the Bayern Munich job. I want to ask you, Abdul, why are managers rejecting Bayern Munich? Why are managers? He's not the first person. He's not the second person. He's not the. I think he's the third manager that has rejected the Bayern Munich job. Why do you think managers are scared of going to Bayern Munich?
I really can't say though, but for me, I feel they are linking themselves with some coaches that I don't feel Desabi is ripe enough or ready enough to take on the Bayern Munich job. He has done well though, but if you look at his CV, the kind of clubs he has coached, against Brighton and Hove Albion is one of the teams that have brought him to limelight. But Desabi, yeah, he's playing good football, but we are seeing how couple of teams are dismantling his team and beating him left, right, and center. But back to the main question. I don't know why people are maybe something is happening behind the scene at Bayern Munich that we don't know about. Because but it's understandable why Julian Nagelsmann will reject them. He's one of the managers that has rejected the job because he's still with the national team. So it makes no sense that you were sacked by Bayern Munich some few less than 18 months ago, and right now they want you back. It makes no sense. So that one is out of the line. But for Desabi, and as well, I guess Javi too didn't take up the job as well because he was linked to the job as well. So there are circumstances where those managers will really feel like they are not ready to take up that Bayern Munich job because it's a pressure. It's a job that comes with pressure as well. Because right now, that's what is costing Thomas Tuchel his job because they feel that they have that standard that they must win the German Bundesliga, whether they play good or play bad. And right now, Thomas Tuchel couldn't do that. We sure just have beating him to the Bundesliga. So I guess that's one of the things that has upset the higher management, the hierarchy at Bayern Munich, and right now they want him out, even though they've been able to get to the semi-final. He might even go on to win the Champions League, and still those people will not flinch to actually get him back to the job. But for him too, I guess Thomas Tuchel too doesn't want to stay on the job. But for the Bayern Munich job, it seems there's something we don't know about. But for them, they need to get. But we heard rumors of Ragnick, but nobody knows how true. But for Bayern Munich,
Ragnick also rejected the job that he wants to stay with Austria.
okay, so for me, I feel they need to get maybe someone who is young or someone who has been part of their legends who is into coaching to come in and assist the team. They don't need to. For me, I feel at this moment right now, they don't need to go for a big name. Just go for someone who has played for the team who is into coaching get him into that team to control that team. Because when you bring someone who is a legend right now, I feel that's what they need right now. Because most of the experienced coaches that could have come in to save them have already coached the team before, and they are not willing to come back for a second stint presently. That's right now at the moment.
Okay, thank you very much, Gospel. Abdul Gospel, yeah, like I said, people are rejecting, managers are rejecting the Bayern Munich job. Why do you think that is happening? And who do you think should take on the job? Should Mourinho or Zidane take up the job?
Definitely, if they contact Jose Mourinho, I feel he will go, but it all depends on his plans and also talking with his agent and all. But I feel Bayern Munich brought this upon themselves. Looking at the fact that they shot themselves on the foot by saying that Thomas Tuchel will not be their manager at the middle of the season. A lot of talks happening here and there that Thomas Tuchel, they are going to sack him or is going to leave at the end of the season. And right now, most of the top managers want to remain in their team. The likes of Xabi Alonso wants to remain. Amorim wants to remain, and a host of others. I feel if they are linked to the Zabi doesn't have that capacity yet, to coach Bayern Munich. And, like Abdul said, I feel like probably they should look inward into their under 23s. They might have a coach there or probably they are legends, or look around the German Bundesliga, employ a viable coach, that will help them project them forward. But I feel the issue of Bayern Munich is not coaching. I feel there's a time you go up and there's a time you also come down. There should be just a self-evaluation time for them. Just analyze what's happening and try to get back into form and also into the system. It's not that they are playing badly or they are, but this is not the Bayern Munich standard. It's just not the Bayern Munich standard. I just feel that it's just a evaluation time for them. There's you can't be at the top forever. So there's a time that you get there's deep in form in the way you play. And so this is one of the seasons for Bayern Munich. So probably we might see them going back, to say that, like what happened to Xavi at Barcelona, where the hierarchy said that Xavi is not going to continue again. Before how many weeks, and we saw them coming back into terms and agreeing that he's going to continue. So we might see Thomas Tuchel. Don't be surprised. We might see Thomas Tuchel, continue at the Bayern Munich job. Or any which way, there are still some coaches in the market like Jose Mourinho and a host of others who can be able to take this job. So it all depends on what the sporting directors want and also the club president.
All right, thank you very much, Ghost. Jerry, I've been watching us. Just drop a comment. Thank you very much for your comments. Please, if you're watching, you can just drop your comments so we can read out your comments and give us your contribution also. Okay, going into our final topic before we go to our predictions because of our time, because we want to finish for the early kickoff for in the Premier League to the Arsenal versus Bournemouth. So let me take your thought, Abdul. The NPFL is on break now because they want Rivers United to play all their outstanding fixtures. But if you look at the standings now, Rangers are on 57 points, Eimba 55, then we have Remo on 53, and Three Stars on 52, and also Lobby Stars not far behind. So this is one of the fiercest title race ever in the history of the NPFL. So who do you think, come the end of the season, who do you think is going to lead the title?
It's difficult to say when you're talking about the Nigerian professional football league because most of the teams who play at home they know their way to grind out results. And right now, you've seen Eimba docked 2 points in a controversial game where they beat Doma United at the last minute, where the referee in his report said that he was forced and coerced and wanted to be lynched by the People's Elephants, by their fans that day, and that was why he went to the OBN van. And there were funny takes online that people were saying on Twitter they don't know when they started using VAR in the NPFL, so he had to go into the van, maybe watch the clip again or something like that, and he came back and he gave the goal. But in his report to the LMC, he said he was being coerced at first to award that goal because the linesman clearly raised the flag that it was an offside against Enyimba at home when they were playing against Doma United. That was at the 88 minutes, and the goal now stood. But right now they've been docked 2 points because the game right now, they were not docked 3 points, but they were docked 2 points. The game right now, as or officially is 0-0 game, and right now Enyimba are not having that 2 point, but still they are still moving up in the log. And for Rangers as well, they've picked up a form. They've gone away and won. They beat Niger Tornadoes away. So if they can come up and win some couple of away games, maybe Enugu Rangers, who is one of the traditional side in the NPFL, can lift the trophy if they can win some couple of away games and win home games. And as well for Remo Stars, we saw this is a team that has the infrastructure, they have the backing, they have the finances, and they have the highest goal scorer in the league in person of Sikiru Alimi. Sikiru Alimi is the highest goal scorer right now in the NPFL, and he plays for Remo Stars. So let's see if he can contribute more goals to keep Remo Stars flying. And Remo Stars is a team that is well motivated. They want to go back to the continent. So for me, I feel if things go well for Remo Stars can be a team that will pull off surprise because they have the backing. The management of the team can promise them something we don't know about, and that could spur the team to actually do better and win the league. So for me, I feel Remo Stars might might come up with a surprise, but it's difficult to say.
All right, thank you very much, Abdul. Godfrey, let me have your take. Who do you think is going to leave the MPFL title come the end of the season? It's a fierce battle between Remo Stars, Eyimba, and Rangers. Who do you think is going to edge it? Your mic, please. Godfrey, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but what was the question?
Yeah, I said, who do you think is going to lift the NPFL title come the end of the season? Is it Rangers? Is it Eyimba? Is it Remo Stars?
Can hear you.
You still can't hear me.
Gospel, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
hear you
hear you,
clearly.
Gospel.
Can you
Gospel,
hear me?
I
we
can hear
can
you.
hear
I
you,
can hear you.
Gospel. We can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Godfrey?
I didn't get your question.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yeah,
now,
I can hear
Godfrey?
you. But
I said, do you think
yes,
is
I
going to
can. I
win?
can.
Who do you think is going to win the MPFL title between Eyimba, Rangers, and Remo Stars? Who do you think is going to win the MPFL title come the end of the season?
You can never tell. The NPFL is one funny league that you can never predict because the way they run it, very shambolic and anyhow, like we say in this part of the world. But, I've never seen where you said you postpone or you pause the league because of one team, to play small all matches. That's one person can just wake up one morning and just do the things they like in this part of the world, and no, they don't give any reason. They don't give any, you know, there's no reason for it that okay, this is why I'm doing this thing. So for the NPFL, I feel this season a lot of drama will happen at the tail end of the season, where you will see Rivers United, they want them to still qualify for the Confederations Cup or the CAF Champions League. Go and write this down. They still qualify, so that's why they said they should wait for them, to play their matches and all that. So I feel the NPFL is still open. If you look at the points gap between Rebel, Enugu Rangers, and AIBA, it's not up to 5 point gap. So it's still open for anybody to take it. So Enugu Rangers have been doing so well thanks to Finidi George and his boys. They have been showing character that they want to win the league. And I'm not surprised if they tend to win it. But so far, so good. The NPFL it has not lived up to the expectation. It has been sham so far due to the organizers. You know, I just feel that we should be able to do things better in this part of the world. Do things appropriately. Why would we postpone a league because of a team? What happens to the other aspect of the business aspect of the league? People watch this league and people want to get entertained. So just because of a team and you pause it, doesn't speak well of the league, and it doesn't attract. And we are speaking of private investors to come into this league. How will private investor come into this league where you have video cash running this league? It doesn't work that way. So I won't put my money in this league because I know because somebody might just wake up one morning on the bad side of his bed and say, okay, today we are playing a foolish league. Tomorrow we are playing, we are postponing the league because of Aimba, or we are postponing the league because of Canopilla. So it doesn't work that way. I just feel that we should do better. We keep on singing these things as if it's a nursery rhyme, but unfortunately, our administrators, have developed a thick skin that they don't want to do the needful. They don't want to do the right thing. So for the NPFL this season, I don't expect anything. We'll still go to the continent and we'll still fumble. So I just feel that probably Enugu Rangers will win it. So let's see what happens at the Confederations Cup and the other Champions League spots. So I feel that Rivers United they want them to come to go to the Continental this time around again because of this dodgy format or this dodgy policy that they brought out. So that's
But
just it.
the sorry to comment, the Rivers United board as well has come out, I guess this morning or yesterday evening, to say that they are not comfortable with playing all those games. That it seems they too are not interested in the league being paused because of them. So I really understand how the NMC wants to go about it, but for Enugu Rangers, they've threatened that they will withdraw from the league if they force them to continue to play alone, to play all those matches alone before meeting up or stuff like that. But they threaten to quit the league.
Wow, that's interesting news coming up from the NPFL. We just keep hearing different shady news from the NPFL, and it's not good for our brand of football. Like, it's not really good for our brand of football. Look at South African league, look at the Egyptian league, look at the Moroccan league. These are leagues that we should be emulating and be taking a cue from. But let's hope and see what maybe things get better and things improve. Okay, we'll go to predictions now without wasting time because of our time because we're almost around the 1 hour clock. Let's start with the EPL. Arsenal to take on Bournemouth 12:30 this afternoon. Abdul, who is your money on? Arsenal to win comfortably or Bournemouth are going to spring up with surprise? Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
Okay, I'll go for a 2-2 draw. I'll go for a
Wow.
2-2 draw.
Okay, why?
Yeah, because for Bournemouth, they are a very dangerous side. And this is a team that people don't actually give their credit, but they know how to play against the top side. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to shock Arsenal this afternoon. But time will tell.
All right, time will tell whether Bournemouth are going to shock Arsenal. Abdul Shitu is going for a shocking 2-2 draw at the Emirates Stadium this afternoon. Goswill, what do you think? Arsenal versus Bournemouth.
Arsenal will win this match 2-1 or 1-0. It's still victory.
Arsenal to win 2-1 or 1-0. Okay, the next match is Burnley versus Newcastle. Abdul. Burnley versus Newcastle.
A 2-1 win for Newcastle.
All right, 2-1 win for Newcastle. What about you, Goswill?
Newcastle.
All right, Newcastle to win. Win for Newcastle. All right, Brentford versus Fulham. Abdul.
That's a pretty tight game. 1-1 draw.
Okay, a 1-1 draw. Goswill, what about you?
Full-time draw.
Full-time draw. Sheffield United will come out on top.
Sheffield United versus who? Okay, Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest win. A 2-1 win for Nottingham Forest.
Okay, a 2-1 win away from home for Nottingham Forest. All right, what about you, Goswill? Sheffield United versus Nottingham Forest. Who do you think will come out on top?
Who is playing? Nottingham Forest against who?
Against Sheffield United.
Sheffield.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest will win that encounter because they have been struggling, so they need to get some points.
Okay, Nottingham Forest to win against Sheffield United away from home. All right, maybe our very own Taiwo Awoni is going to be on the score sheet. Who knows? Okay, Man City versus Wolves. Abdul, easy win for Man City,
2-0.
right?
3-0 win for Man City. But Wolves have beaten them in the past, but a 3-0 win.
Okay, a 3-0 win for Man City from Abdul. All right, Goswin, what's your prediction? Man City versus Wolves.
Wolves 1-0.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Can
Put your money on it. Godwin.
Yeah, it seems his line is breaking. Okay,
Hello, can
Godwin,
you
you're
guys hear
back.
me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
I'm
you
back.
now.
I had a call. He said Man City are going to lose to Wolves. Goswin.
Yes, it's possible in football,
Put your
but
money on it.
it's difficult. So
Me and you are going to bet. I'm going to bet against you.
No, I don't do betting.
I go chop your money. All right. Chelsea versus West Ham. Abdul.
a 2-1 win for Chelsea.
All right. A 2-1 win for Chelsea. What about you, Goswin?
A win for Chelsea, 1-0.
A 1-0 win for Chelsea. Okay. Brighton versus Aston.
Brighton versus Aston.
A 1-1 draw for me.
A 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Goswin.
Gospel. It's an even match, but I'm going to give it to Aston Villa. I'm going to give it to Aston Villa. Aston Villa are going to win. Aston Villa are going to win this.
Okay.
Okay.
Liverpool versus Tottenham.
Liverpool versus Tottenham.
A 2-1 win for Liverpool.
A 2-1 win for Liverpool.
For Liverpool. Hey.
Goswin, what about you?
Gospel, what about you? A draw match for Liverpool. A draw match for Liverpool.
It's gonna be a draw match for.
Draw match for.
Okay. Finally.
Finally.
Versus Manchester
Versus
United.
Manchester United.
1-1 draw.
Abdul, can you hear me?
Abdul, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw.
A
Okay.
1-1 draw. Okay.
I'm not happy with that prediction because of that prediction. Don't go about it. Are you also good with that?
Are you also good with that? No, Crystal Palace to Manchester United.
So you can take Crystal Palace against Manchester United.
Yes, they are playing alone.
Wow. All this bad. Not go shame now. All right, let's go to La Liga. Real Sociedad versus Las Palmas. Abdul.
2-1 win for Real Sociedad. A 2-1 win for Real Sociedad.
All right, Boss, what about you?
Real. Draw. There's going to be a high scoring.
Okay, it's going to be a high scoring game. All right, Real Madrid versus Cadiz.
3-0 win for Real Madrid.
3-0 win for Real Madrid. You know they have a game Wednesday, so you think that they're going to start their first 11
So definitely they still have Jesselu now. They have Jesselu that can start up front if they want to rest one of the attackers they have. They have Brian Diaz who can start the game. These are players we know they won't start on Wednesday. So they can be the ones that will start today. You have Brian Diaz, you have Joselu, you have Vini Valverde as well. Other players, those players can start today and play that game. Then those players will come in on Wednesday and play the Vinicius Junior and the Rodrigo and a host of others. So they have the
Okay,
squad depth.
yeah, I think they have a squad, but it's going to be a very tight squad for them. Things are going to come out all season, and it's going to be difficult for back not starting their first 11. And let's see how it goes. What do you think? What do you think?
2-0 for Real Madrid.
2-0 win for Real Madrid. All right, Girona versus Barcelona.
2-1 win for Barcelona.
Okay. 2-1 win for Barcelona. What about you, Gosri? Girona versus
I think Barcelona will win this one.
Okay. Barcelona should win this one. All right, Mallorca versus
Mallorca versus Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
A 1-1 draw.
Okay, a 1-1 draw. Gosri.
Atletico Madrid win.
Okay. Atletico Madrid will win against Mallorca. All right, the next game is Osasuna.
2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Okay. Gosri, what about you?
Sorry, what?
Osasuna versus Real Betis.
Osasuna versus Villarreal.
Real Betis.
A high scoring game, over 2.5. So it's my end either way.
Okay, in my end, either way, high scoring game over 2.5. Okay, Celta Vigo versus Villarreal. Abdul.
That's a very tight game. 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. What about you, Ghost? Villarreal.
I feel it's towards Villarreal.
Okay. Valencia versus Alaves. Abdul.
You said
Valencia versus Alaves.
Valencia versus Alaves. A 1-0 win for Valencia.
Okay, a 1-0 win for Valencia. Gosri, Valencia versus Alaves.
Valencia is going to win this one.
Okay, Valencia to win. All right, for Valencia. All right, Sevilla versus Granada. Abdul.
A 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw. All right.
Sevilla win.
Okay. Sevilla to win. All right. Lastly on La Liga, Rayo Vallecano versus Almeria.
1-1 draw.
1-1. Okay. Gosri, what about you? What about Vallecano versus Almeria?
Almeria Vallecano. I think it's going to be a high scoring game too. About 2.5.
All right, high scoring game. Okay, nice. All right, I hope you guys are jotting all these predictions down because I am also taking notes and I'm going to come back to all of these predictions and take my money on them. Okay, finally we've come to the end of this interesting episode because of our time. We don't want to waste more time this week and this weekend episode because of the match we have today, the early kickoff between Arsenal and Bournemouth to start by 12:30. I think the team list should be out by now. I don't know if anybody can get it, but I know it's out now. So we hope for a very entertaining fixture this weekend, and we want everybody to go out and enjoy themselves and enjoy the beautiful game of football. All right, we'll come back to another interesting episode next weekend by Saturday again, and hopefully we'll bring in some other interesting guests. Please, if you're not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please, I indulge you to please do so now because we're going to be dishing out mouth-watering content every weekend. All right, nice having you, Mr. Abdushitu. I appreciate your time. God bless you, sir. All right. All right, Mr. Goswell, do have a nice day. God bless you.
Thank you.